Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation of new features of TRBC V3888. First, let's have an overall look at this version. We have improved the ease of use, business, drawings, modified the product name, and handled lots of actual needs. Next, I will introduce them one by one. Cubicost product series have been adhering to the user-centered R&D concept. TRB always uses this as a guide. In this version, we changed the version name of the product from year 2019 to C, which stands for Customer Oriented. We believe that Cubicost TRBC will provide users with practical solutions for sure. Usability enhancements, cross-element select, make selection more flexible. In the old version, we need to switch back and forth among different elements to edit entities. For example, when laying out slabs, if it is found that no enclosed area is formed by beams, you need to stretch the beams. To do that, you need to switch to beam element, adjust beam entities, and then switch back to slab element. Isn't it tedious? In the new version, we add cross-element select. After clicking it, you can select entities flexibly to perform secondary editing operations, such as move, copy, stretch, and so on. Usability enhancements, sink elevations, make adjustment more rapid. In most cases, the start and end elevations of entities are the same. In the old version, when modifying elevations, you still need to modify the end elevation accordingly, after modifying the start elevation. In the new version, add the sink symbols before start and end elevations when the sink status is enabled. If you modify the start elevation, the end elevation will sync with it automatically. When the sink status is disabled, you can modify the start and end elevations separately. Usability enhancements, show, hide selected entity, make display more resilient when checking models. You may need to view the wanted entities only, or hide unnecessary entities. After checking, you may want to restore the entity display to default status. In the Entity Display group under View, add 3 commands: Show Selected Entity, Hide Selected Entity, and Restore Entity Display, to control the display status of entities freely. Usability enhancements, detect dongle. In the old version, when the dongle is missing, you have to close the project. In the new version, add dongle detection. When the message stating dongle missing appears, you can click redetect to detect dongle again. Once the detection succeeds, you can continue to use the project. Business enhancements, other rebar of wall. In wall reinforcement drawings, there are always links or irregular rebar sections. With TRB, no method is good enough to deal with them. If using wall column, the calculation of vertical bars will be affected. If using other rebar, you have to calculate the number of bars manually. There is no way to calculate that by wall height or wall length automatically. In the new version, enhance other rebar of wall. 1. Add the additional bar type column, including horizontal additional bar and vertical additional bar. 2. Enhance rebar input format, remove the CTI column, and in the rebar info column, you can input spacing and number. 3. The principle of spacing input format is as follows: for horizontal additional bars, calculate by the range of wall height. For vertical additional bars, calculate by the range of wall length. Business enhancements, slab, raft hooks deduction. In the old version, when calculating slab, raft hooks, the deductions with drop panels, pile caps, and other intersecting elements is not considered. In the new version, add the calculation rule to slab for deducting drop panel from hooks. In the attributes of pile cap, add deduct hooks of slab, raft, and corresponding options. Business enhancements, add parametric pile caps. In actual business, there are some commonly used parametric pile cap types, which need to be added to both TAS and TRB. So in the new version, add 4 parametric pile caps. Drawing enhancements, scale drawings. In the old version, the scaling steps are lengthy, and you need to specify the base point. In the new version, remove the step for specifying base point, and take the start point of baseline as the base point for scaling. In the old version, the non-modal scale input box is not easy to use. If the scale is distant or forgotten, you have to exit the operation and perform it again. In the new version, change the scale input box from modal window to non-modal window to support further view and confirmation. In the old version, the lack of precision causes errors in scaling PDF drawings. In the new version, in the input box, keep 4 digital places for the original length. In the old version, you can view the scale value after the drawing is scaled. The scale is inconsistent with that in the drawing list. In the new version, when scaling the whole picture, the scale value will be calculated and filled in the drawing list automatically. In the old version, you cannot scale pictures and vector graphics simultaneously, for example, PDF drawings with pictures. In the new version, scale pictures and vector graphics at the same time. Drawing enhancements, rename drawings. When importing drawings, if the drawing name is too long, or special name is required, you have to switch and load the drawings one by one to modify the names. In the new version, you can modify the names of unloaded drawings. Drawing enhancements, save drawings. In the old version, when importing TRB projects, if you reopen the project, the unloaded drawings need to be imported again. In the new version, the unloaded drawings will also be saved when saving projects, so that you can load and use them directly next time. That's all for the new features of TRBC V3888. Thanks.